inside, dear, my heart grew light, and this old world seemed new to me.
Can't sleep. Let me tell you about a guy named Jack. Let me tell you about a guy named Jack. Let me tell you about a guy named Jack. Says he wants to be a rapper, but just plays. Let me tell you about a guy named Jack. Let me tell you about a guy named Jack.
I remember cheeky reefers in the empty 3 litres in a large unfurnished flat with the small wall heaters. Freezing frosty Jack with the prepay meters. Emergency credit where the beeping would defeat us. Tonight the pipe's leaking and it's the shite season. Found out your best friend is guilty of treason. What a backstabbing thief and has been heathen. Just forget the daft lies the cretin's been breathing. Ignore the excuses, don't eat up any reason. Don't provoke them or feed them. Starve the demons of feeling. Roll a J and I tear him at a PTA meeting. No stone left unturned. Adrenaline is fleeting. Did he deserve that beating? Cause he threatened to leave them. They built Jack, which is like a kick in the teeth. They built him like butane, breathing for exam, cheating or intervening ketamine before Olympic skiing. So I'm not sure if they could or chose not to teach him. Another life ago, mother freaking out frequent. Out from we were children and a lack of proper sleeping. 4 AM, door creaking, the sound of kids creeping out the gate, smoking weed, underage, getting steaming. Suicide on your doorstep leaves the crew reeling. It's a godless scheme here that is surely due. Meaning don't do diligence, just go down the army seems appealing. We kicked the ball against the wall. The no ball game sign counts as a goal. Even hanging around here is against the law. Found a car on the lawn from the night before. We kicked the ball against the wall. The no ball game sign counts as a goal. Even hanging around here is against the law. Found a car on the lawn from the night before. A merry down riot, a chip shop diet. Techno Brit pop and hip hop transmitted from a sky dish or a chip box with a knock off aerial on digital, blaring for free like a fairy tale. Who's the best looking? Who's the best fighter? Who has fake ID? Who's got a CD writer? From rapping swings to rapping freeze, from climbing trees to burning trees. Then the guy with the weed started punting ease. 14 and driving cars being factories. Then a rising knife crime. guy started dying and Simon says, why we gotta put a school tie on? Who you fancy, what games you got? Oh, my cousin works for Sony, so I own the lot. Sometimes imagination is all you got, and pretend friends stop you losing the plot. We kicked the ball against the wall. The no ball game sign counts as a goal. Even hanging around is against the law. Found a car on the lawn from the night before. We kicked the ball against the wall. The no ball game sign counts as a goal. Even hanging around here is against the law. Found a car on the lawn from the night before. Everybody in the house who loves house music, who never got allowed in the house to ever prove. Everybody in the house who loves house music, who never got allowed in the house to ever prove.
Everybody in the house who loves house music, who never got allowed in the house to ever.
He doesn't want to swagger up, so he shuffles feet. And the fact he's coming up makes his stomach weak. Nostrils blocked with nausea, heart pounding to an impending euphoria. The sound system thumping in the distance beckons him over. Bassline nurtures and corrupts him, will he keep his composure? It's a locked door, a closed book, sharp eyes looking for a wrong foot, or a cobbled up excuse of gobbledygook. One slut or feigning truth, and that's it, you're out. Rolling solo, dressing casual, mixing links with brute. A misfit mixed up youth, chapping at the rang hoose. What's he got to lose? Rejection and embarrassment. The doorman's 10 foot tall, guarding his establishment, armed to the gunnels with words of disparagement. Expert in turning nights out into an argument. A hypocrite who says his face don't fit. Try somewhere else on some regulars only shit. Everybody in the house who loves house music, and never got allowed in the house to ever prove. Everybody in the house who loves house music, and never got allowed in the house to ever prove. The house of Jack. 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 The house of Jack.
You're a night mate, but to be fair Jack, you and your prayers are getting stared at. Prefer a mere calm man and that, where's the nerves at? Step back, heavy compare, let's take a bear to that, bare facts, no chance. Taking you my favour, then you take tasks, take you down the stairs to take the weight off. Move back, with your boom back, code dress, ash, new wave, fannies in the corners with their raised glass, stay class. Fair crack, Tuesday if he came back, yin and yang, giving it an air badge, front door smells, we can fake that, but back and it went the straight cats, stick your face after straight hit the prayer, like your face in a bear die, cut on it in grey black. What I let you in, but it's bare pack, follow weirdos face facts. Teardrop face tats, took a photograph of a bare mask, bare flash. Shit mate, I strayed off, but come back Tuesday. It's a bear laugh, explain it to the star that his daughter's on the bench laugh. With a crazy half cabbage, who got AIDS half married to the male staff. Don't be scared after she's healthy, safe to go bear daft. More than mere grants from their graft. Jaw breaks and fuel wheels and take off. Falls up the field like an aircraft. Sail one, say five. You see the boss, but some pay Jackal trade traps. He's getting in and off with the day man. Fairfax delivering the office cause he craves that spare cash. Getting fuck all the day Jack, but why they get paid? Hell no art, the brace sack. Where's your debt, won't tape back yet, yo. I'll leave it there for when they gets back. Yeah. You got a bit of paper? Jackal yes, this is the wave nights, no work with me.
Everybody in the house who loves house music, they never got allowed in the house to ever prove. The house of Jack. 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 The house of Jack.
Never got allowed in the house to ever prove it. The house of Jack. 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 The ho
understood her, some were jealous as hell. How can she want more? That there, perfect girl, yeah. She was special, she cast spells. One look from her could make you hear wedding bells. Some envied her youth, some just envied her experience and wanted to be her. Match her outlook and appearances, admired by her peers. With the band she wore, never feared of a hard slog, held out a real job. She was beautiful, interesting, unique. She held so much strength, sometimes her knees would go weak. She'd been blessed with the curse of trying to better herself. She never stayed still, always reaching for the top shelf. That got confusing, that and being scared of losing. It all came crashing down when simply commuting, or in the moment of silence, a fuzziness came forth. The sound of million sirens, but honestly we was. It was like the world ended and ground to a hole, grounded down like paper and mine shaft salt. No one knew from afar, they assumed she fled. She worked hard, played hard with no warning sight. But the truth, she was fighting a battle with the worst, battle with a gift that became a curse. It's like before birth she dared the omnipotent being and said, do your very worst, please go heavy on the feeling, give me every high and low, multiply by 20. I don't want or do have measures, please God give me plenty. Don't want the glass half full, nor the glass half empty. Tempt me with the famous fruit on this planet that you sent me. Wanna feel the air, every molecule, every nanosecond, every temperature. God said I can do anything, I'm God, but I warn ya, if I amplify the joy, then I'll amplify the sorrow. If you want to climb a mountain, never rest on your laurels, maximize the great night out, well, mess up your tomorrow. Where there's love, there is hate, perfect plans mean mistakes, and if you lead the line, then you'll struggle to escape. You get trapped in that wonderful mind of yours. Your imagination becomes a sort of assault course, a riotous discourse that treads eggshells and tiptoes, and flips through the freak shows with schizos and weirdos who sniff coke lines with rhinos. You find outside casinos where highs become Cheerios and weak become heroes. When fear grows, you bleed the windows, seem so keen on people waiting on the first train home, cause your taxi fare got vetoed. Basically, either way, she was out of Jack's league. So pretty down to earth with the magical mystique, but she kept looking over with soft smiling eyes. He summoned up the courage to ask if she's alright. She says she's very well, but her friend is boring going home. She wanted one more drink, she's a member of the casino. No fucking wage, I guess they know back everywhere, but curiosity and hope are transfixed by a stare. They managed to get in and chat for 2 hours straight. If she knows that he's a loser, he won't get a second date. She asked, what do you do? He had to come up with something, said he's a bona fide asset management consultant, makes an assumptive close for her phone number and it's working. Pulls out a bookie's pen, well it's better than nothing. Will she call him or call his bluff? If she know that he's bluffing, even the poker table next door knows he's not from London. A pack of lies told, like a pack of cards sold to a pack of old wolves, too old to ever fold. Well, he rolled the dice and he bet on black. She hears a siren screeching, has a panic attack. She goes to the toilet but walks out the riverboat. She left in such a hurry that she even left her coat. He finishes his beer and finishes his cider, wakes up hungover to sign on, finds out she's his job advisor. No, she's his job advisor. She's his job advisor. No, she's his job advisor. New job advisor. She needs help. Job advisor. She needs help. She needs help. She's new job advisor. She needs help. She's his job advisor. Chaos nights, bright size brightness, read the world to rise. Chaos nights, chaotic lives, hope everybody gets home alright. We withdraw towards a lawless court, nothing out of the odd. For this long we ward, odd spot to pop a jaw dropping awe. With far out thoughts in a psychiatric ward, on the surface we act unworried. Star-studded entities pretend to be sturdy. I heard the words heard by the early birdie, subsidised by extensive comprehensive studies. Bloody-minded hands, bloody boots muddied. Mate, cursory calls, ruthless and hurried. The greedier we get, then the more malnourished. And all our good deeds never go unpunished. We get caught flat-footed, underfoot is unfurnished. Nursing injuries with courage, so we banish the nurses. Get out! I can look after myself. All these unfinished symphonies are in my brain, they ricochet. Grand designs of infamy, moving in on me without a glint or a hint of a lick of paint. Failing miserably, tired considerably, wired religiously by am I deliberately contradicting every fact I ever state. Chaos nights, hope everybody gets home alright. Chaos nights, hope everybody gets home alright.
Chaos nights, hope everybody gets home alright.
Red eyes ping like a pinball machine, jarred by free whiskies on the radar of a slurry barfly. Dumbed down, smart guy numbed out, sharp eye, far cry from the sprightly youth too politely shards by, scarred by harsh light, and here highlight in coarse flaws, both forgetful yet regretful. Of course he was disrespectful to a fault, just because the sound of a bottle smashing's post sarcastic applause. Hardly any time had passed yet, aging badly. Too much alcohol and backy, fairly bad on the Charlie. I feel hardy laddie, gone mad on the Bacardi. Dropped a bank card in the lavvy. God bless the black cabbie. Any chaps who ticks and tabs or sticks on slabs. Glad that bar banned me from the Barney. Scallywags went daft. The lonely road home laced with booze and grass, and my father's footprint same path as my dad's.
And still I'm walking shattered, banished from the arches. I must be blessed with the banter, cause I'm sweating out compassion. My bosom body's battered, stashes easy scattered.
Bells go down the hatchet, old
Time is slowly passing.
The last thing you'd expect is drunk, and that is back in fashion. Chaos nights, hope everybody gets home alright. Dare I say rise, which I have always found comforting. I'm numbering a list of everything I'm bloody murdering, and some things seem simple. The dim still scream dimples, and everyone you ever met is innocent yet sinful. Still their sweet AFO, but that the windfall can be swindled. Your info can be speed dialed and your love for books rekindled. But I didn't think much, I never thought much. Just needed reefer for some sleep and a buzz for the bus rush. Issues that turned vicious and launched my cells at rest. And my addiction with a poker face, smoking from my bed, a bed of my own making that I laid out shaking. Made out my own reflection from my cold steel rail, and the mirror cracks when I smell. Look back, it's broken glass. How much longer can a short fuse be dishonest with the past? Script writers of the universe help land me in a cast. Shocking amount of broken bones, always a second lightning flash. I was mocked because I had the gall to look up. Now the fire rigs is locked and the horses they shook up. Scared the fire up haze, made you scarred for life. When you give yourself a pardon cause it's chaos nights. Why does the come up
Right side brightness
crashing down?
Chaos nights, hope everybody gets home alright.
Postpone the old thought pattern, the rules are blocked and scattered. Bells go down the hatchet, old habits back and happen. The last thing you'd expect comes back, and that is back in fashion. Cashing in compassion for a cat dragged in reaction.
Home alright.
for scribbled notes in a legible longhand. Locked the door and poured baby tall glass for a shotgun in the centre of a meltdown. Blazing these trees up, first skin of a breakfast pre-roll before the knees up. Any gears, just gee up. Freedom, gears, peace. I was either isolated or caught in a breach, rocking a black eye, sporting a peach, sipping the gut raw eye. That frosty Jake bleach. I was chonged at my cheeks, stagger streets full of cheek. Dorman nearly killed my cousin and the police arrested me. One of those days, one of the ones I should have walked away, son, but I lost my patience. Nowadays I shouldn't have to say, and if I say it once, my fuck-ups are the signs need to have a say on. Such your best chance of a chat or of any contact. Paid my dues, done my use, and I'm not coming back. Wipe my hands, take the plan, still alive, 61. Shift your grams for your mams, are you still para of the diesel van? Not a daft man, crafted the fan base, no plans to collapse till they've cracked half the atlas.
Keep fighting ways.
When they say there's no way out, break off the safe vault, locate the escape route.
Keep fighting ways.
When they say there's no way out, rip it down rooftop, make case for safe house. Are you trying to find a way out? Good on you wee chap, they need you up, we'll kick back, just try and relax. Revenge is a dish best served from the city, and that can mean twat things. Try and stay with me, ripping it as vividly as I possibly can. Today mood's been dipping intermittently, admittedly cans of play. Best laid plans, can agree. Factually, factor in a ransack factory. We ran from the poolist almost every other Saturday. Engines I did give away, hidden in the garden, mate. With child's play for us adults couldn't hack the pace. They hated their face, we lived for the chase. We knew the whole place, no chance. We were Hucklebill, actually mere, but 99 times out of 100 made masses of shortcuts mapped out to a fine art. The race was over before it even starts. Apart from that dark day, the day they changed tack. On the 100th day, half a mile away they parked. That was bad crack, packed away in the wagon. Canny crack, I smell with crack kids are chasing the dragon. From Kirby and Combi to attempted burglary, getting asked for a fag for a zombie inmate.
Here, pal, any snout on you?
Fuck this, there's gotta be a way out.
There is no way out.
There's always a way out. What's this?
You just get knocked the fuck out. You see that cunt? He just ran into the fucking door. Check his pockets, by the way. He's got about 20 Mayfair lighters and all sorts.
Suddenly I'm falling. I'm falling upright.
I was falling and twisting. I felt as if I was falling.
Falling emphatically, butterflies in my belly. Sell me a plan B remedy to embellish all my jealousy. Funk instinct developed from ancestry. The meaning of like passport protected in the DNA. Melancholy messages transmitted from big energies.
Language barriers, a certainty comes with the territory.
Terminal illness with the promise of eternity. The let to be equity, so by zealots every day. Universal references are set to be the death of me. Threaten my integrity, what's left of my legacy. Free falling apathy, contradicting gravity. A 0-hour contract in a slaughterhouse factory. Raised in a strange place with a small town mentality. Savagery critique for speaking in a unique way. These ones get clipped before they flee the nest. Let's pause the backlash till these cats see success. I can see the patterns.
Open wide, but no sound.
Drowning in the quicksand, but can't stop it from happening. They say you can't change the world. This is ludicrous. Every move you make creates your own universe. Your 5 closest friends, you and them are influenced. The ones you spend the time with impacts an actual difference. Escape eternal doom by several foot, with the cobbled up excuse of gobbledygook. We sing when we win, we sin when we're broke. If we're in it for ourselves, it's a synergy woke. Is the temperament to pin the tail on something to cope? Point the finger of don't, or are you chinning the bloke? Or are you singing for your supper till they chip in a poke? Somewhere along the line we lost sight of simple folk. Are strapped in bands to manage such a blinkered approach. We crumpled up notes and a singular vote, frozen to the spot, gripped by shadowy intruders. Forever falling back till we hack the computers. We used to plot and dream, now the dream is reoccurring. Rot and scream, glued to screens and the pain is enduring. I can see the patterns, drowning in the quicksand, but can't stop it from happening. I can see the patterns.
I remember my dreams by the colour they are. the colours that you see in churches. Bright blues and yellows and reds.
Blue and yellow and green. Red and green and blue and orange.
The colours that you see in churches.
See my fallen comrade in the multiverse of sleep. What was once a nightmare is just somewhere we now meet. We meet, we greet, we speak, we reminisce and digest. Wake up before you get to tell me why you faked your own death. Nothing dead about the memories you sprinkled in your wake. The stardust in your footprints, the gusto in your flames. Nothing dead about the memoirs they don't see fit to print. But they don't seem fit to live to me. They don't live, they exist. They cast a stone of judgment from the safety of the lair. They lay inside the shell. Oh, you live on in a prayer. You live on in the truest anecdotes of our time. And you now live on in anyone who tolerates this rain. Last night the skyline crouched down, looked me dead in the eye. A dark cloud motioned to me that you were doing fine. Cosmic reassurance is all I have to mend me. At least these hallucinations recently got friendly. Chinese whispers, shape-shifting through oxygen, morphing into something that is nothing of the origin. People act like they know you and make dangerous assumptions. Try to rewrite certain history when memory malfunctions. There's not many left who are in our class, so it's only right that I raise this glass. My friend, my witness to 10,000 of our stories. Nowadays nobody truly, really knows me, but I'm grateful that we met. And it's great we sometimes speak when I see my fallen comrade in the multiverse of sleep.
One star from the gutter. One star from the gutter.
My moneyed in senses, no fear of consequences. No future in my headspace, only pounds and pence. His death was a threat so real and always near. No reason to believe I would be here in a year. They say weed is a gateway drug to smacking speed, but cannabis was a gateway drug to unbelief. And in the middle, little pills made me feel invincible. No cameras, no camera. God damn, I felt invisible. Transparent, look past and look through, so I looked down to a convoluted crew who when needed were not found. So when these clowns act out, but when you need backup, they back out and run off. So we crack up and act out, friends by geography. So I span the atlas, missing in action and loving the practice, stretching the bandwidth, pushing the envelope, living the travel like baggage, but always pack a telescope and hope. I saw one star from the gutter. In hindsight, probably got me away with murder. Got on the right line, elsewhere from a lifetime. When knife crime kept appearing on my timeline. I was a nose hair away from a teenage overdose. A joyride gone wrong, or 10 years for selling coke. Ask my peers if you could find them, tell them I said hi. I didn't want to leave, but I didn't want to die. I was gone to Scotland for some time with a warrant for a fine, and call up with me just as I turned down fine. I holiday park. You could sleep in and skip meals if you wanted to. I had terrestrial leave for much of the day. I kept myself to myself, but met a guy from round the way who assured me I had honours if someone slashed my face. Cheers mate, great to hear. Which added to the backy some pennies for the payphone and a matching Bowhouse trackie. I was okay and had my own space initially, which meant no sharing, isolated in peace from the bigotry. Wrote lyrics all day on A4 sheets, borrowed from a screw who humoured my innocent speech. Anti-establishment poems penned, you can imagine. No love for the magistrate, the police or the admin. Fucking Butlins once and promised vow never to return. One star on TripAdvisor, freedom's much more fun. Not much nightlife, not one single bar behind bars. So we gathered in the church to hear a former stripper. She chats about addiction and her brush with prostitution. How she got clean and how religion got her through things. Couldn't care about a few days when guys twice my age and families locked away with 20 stretch sentences. I got slammed open the door. You've been liberated, Jackal. Crescent in the chapel shouts hallelujah. I left my cellmate my pouch of golden Virginia and exit sinister gates. Bitter but sillier, bitter, pretty bitter, pretty bitter. But a little bit sillier, bitter, pretty bitter, pretty bitter. But a little bit sillier, bitter, pretty bitter, pretty bitter. But a little bit sillier, bitter, pretty bitter, pretty bitter. But a little bit sillier.
Bitterness comes very easily when one is idle and has nothing to do. If you are busy with something positive, constructive, and rewarding, you are likely to forget experiences which have been counterproductive.
Asthmatic is a lass, screaming alas at a pivotal moment during midnight mass. Particularly potent, protesting a plan surrounding cuddly chemicals and a communal can. Are we drifting swiftly into an infinite kingdom? The serendipity circles me and brings in a rhythm more than a twinkle of suspicion within this glitchy system. Another broken Britain victim politician posted missing, and I'm burying another one, man. And you're bewilderingly querying deductible income. Let that final line just sink in. Let the fishing rod rip your head off until these words are ringing. Truculent in nature, but nurtured by my puzzlement. Complex descriptions of our future malnourishment. Dagger in the dirt, dazed and reciting dead job prospects instead of arts and crafts and writing. But here I am, chicken frost bitten, gooey-eyed, acclimatized to trauma. Remind me who died. Climbing heights the nerviest explorers despise. The badly advised captain's vessel capsized like the capsule in my wallet. Looking gauntlet, ran the gauntlet through a rock into a big lock with Goliath swinging off it. blustery paws and blustery gales, fingernails and many pies. So I tried to set sails. Nobody's buying what I offer. Gold dust tossed off like copper and undercover and a prosa. Sorry, where the fuck was I? I mention you with a frosty whisper. This foggy breath dispenses truth with an advert for adventure. Now I wish I'd never met her. Unemployed job advisor left, the death of the centre. Talking fluff, arse making buttons, taking stuff in murky functions, trying to make a cheery toast with a cheesy host from Butland, showing symptoms now from bad moves made on vast assumptions. But the victim's someone's cousin, excuses coming by the dozen. I feel like I'm important, as if I'm somehow special, but I'm just a speck of metal, mental, identical freckle. I nestled with the petrol and changed my speed to orchestral. Take heed, pretty petal, I am pettier than vet school. Note to self, these fuckers can't be trusted. The booming buster bucted, well adjusted, done and dusted. This is stuff myths are made of. How folklore gets corrupted, not enough nuts were busted out here on earth, and purpose is a hoopla faux pas. Getting naked out in public, lack of appreciation is making it not worth it. All these worthless fuckwits chuck it when the buck hits. Nuggets think they're memorable, well not exactly my first buckets. We remember days fondly when we remember nothing. Ask for jobs on social media, social's not working. The road to good intentions disrupted by obstruction. Cursory glance, cussing all the means of production. From afar I'm a drunken gun jumping stumbler just bluffing. An utter nightmare wordsmith, mumbling nothing, or a nutter onto something, but prone to much consumption. But they're dumbing down the cunning, it's a miracle I function sometimes. I look ahead with mind running sometimes. I look back and start yearning, but sometimes I live in the present, happy as Larry told the consequence cases sometimes. I look ahead with mind running sometimes. I look back and start yearning, but sometimes I live in the present, happy as Larry told the consequence cases. I've been feeling better, or I've been feeling better. A subtle line in the sand and it cobbles together. Queues round the block for medicine, some friends can get you anything. Illness feels economy until the day of reckoning. That your beck and call for being driven up a wall. Passengers get passive till you set out your stall, until others are a telltale sign of fuck all. Troll the internet for decades, crack heads off wall. I'm lucky I'm still here and not buried in the fear. 1,000 worries and reasons require why I buy beer. Look, I tried, dear, you have no idea. I tried, dear, you have no idea.
Sometimes.
We were in a football and underage drinking. 6 kids with chip and for 5 a bit without thinking. The oldest looking one approached the front door. We waited round the corner and hoped he would score. Buzzer goes, lifts broke, it was hours and I so nervous shuffle up the stairs to the high-rise top floor. In for a minute to the kitchen chopping board. Then we all had the gander at what he got sold. No bad for a blue note, acting like we struck gold. Swagger off GALLAS to roll a wee smoke to a green box or a bus stop or a lane just out of eye shot. The upshot is a beat cop could be getting on his high horse. Then proceed to ruin shirts. Our folks have somehow bought us with bombers and hot rocks. Use excuses brothers taught us. Back then where we were, gear men, heroin, smack dealers got attacked with vigilante henchmen. The same men who sold us hemp, which soon became pills that led to underwhelming money spent on cocaine thrills. Coke dealers taught the kids just say no to only heroin. For certain they said addicts were less than vermin. Still selling Valium as if there's better than anything. Unaware of irony, mellowing before Letterman. Drug education irrelevant. Suspiciously Americans get dementia to parents, so we learn from erring veterans.
We never find advice that relates to real life. We never find advice that relates to real life. We never find advice
parked up by the street like the night before I'm from. We were expecting up your buzz and maybe Uma Thurman, cause gear was now coke, and even Frank started learning. He thought coke was called up and demanded we stay clear. When he found out dope was weed, he said pass that doobie here. It became a plan B to his alcohol dependency, cause he was born in Airdrie where whiskey was hereditary. Expect it will affect me by my first quarter century, but challenge 25 and I had to figure out a fake ID. First easy as ABC, it's elementary. Stand outside the lemon tree and wait for a brew. Ecstasy or deodorant, lawmakers know this. Prohibition does nothing but wisdom to win. Votes all crooked purple notes soaked in brown envelopes. Corruption from my soapboxes, advisor spin quotes.
Never find advice that relates to real life. We never find advice that relates to real life. We never find advice that relates to real life. The answer's always on it, or they raise up the price. Age restriction, jail sentence, tax to the high heavens, ice cream vans selling singles, two smokers at 11.
Asked Ramey, how do you make such intricate art? And he said that he just thinks about it for a few weeks. Then he gets a sheet of paper and he just stares at the blank sheet of paper for a few weeks. And then when he thinks he's ready, he just goes for it. And asked him, what if you make a mistake? He says, you don't.
Sometimes you just need to go off the grid and get yourself right.
Always try to be decent with people, but always be
Be the best thing to slave brain.
Never, ever trust a man who wears brown shoes.
Go for it.
Measure twice, cut once.
Just try to relax, man.
Try everything twice.
Life is for living.
Bad advice, probably be yourself in a situation. That's probably the worst advice you can get.
Always remember, be a star
Maybe drink some water.
Just chill, take a deep breath and relax. Make sure you've got your keys in the car and go home. Have a sleep, and in the morning, ask your neighbours if they saw anything. If they didn't, phone the cops and report it missing. If they did, kill them, then phone the cops and report it missing.
Good mate.
Don't quit while you're ahead.
Just improve.
Make your time and your place to carry on.
And if you like an artist and you like their music, you should give it a like, give it a share, and tell people about the artist that you really like. You know, I mean, no one's even asking you to buy the music, although that would be nice too. But, you know, buy the gig ticket, buy a raffle ticket, like it, share it around.
I wonder what you mean when you use the word I. I've been very interested in this problem for a long, long time. And I've come to the conclusion that what most civilized people mean by that word is a hallucination.
The older I get, the less likely I'll be dead. Wish I could send this in a memo to my teenage head. The older I get, the less likely I'll be dead. Wish I could send this in a memo to my teenage head. I was growing up reckless, rebellious and jealous of any failures with the paycheck who never had to earn it, and suspicious if you didn't have the death wish to get legless. Chip on my shoulder, officially defensive on the breadline with delays and disconnected, envious if you successfully wrestle resentment that were bongs for breakfast, or I'd get restless, getting all nervous on the Sunday service. All aboard the chessboard where pawns get breathless. Funny how rejection makes patience so aggressive. Snakes, ladders, fakes, braggers and reality checkers. We're protective of our ego when we feel we're disrespected. Useless, sexless, horrendous, checklist, pretty endless. Not a pretty picture, even in thoughts to end this. Then I thought, oh, I'd demand this abyss. If this, bro, can make me feel tremendous, and it did, and also thought, why not, I'll maybe make the effort. Fell down and crept up, now floating like a feather. Weathered the storm, clever, now look forward to a belt. I try to bring the scene together so the scheme can scream better. The older I get, the less likely I'll be dead. Wish I could send this in a memo to my teenage head. The older I get, the less likely I'll be dead. Wish I could send this in a memo to my teenage head. It doesn't take a detective to see this gene's defective. Sometimes I'm too intense. What you think I don't get? This seems like where I stayed. In my age, we all get paidless, which affected our receptiveness. Your status gets respected. Had to lose the tracksuit, cause they assumed I was a man and stopped and searched with the post. Every time I strode the terrace, knocked back from the barman when we asked him for a beverage. Like I slithered out of crevice, cause the social work were careless. Derelict streets, experiments with the roads are perilous. This compels us to senseless acts of hellishness. Kept back after school, and every single sense of eye rolls were reversed. I maybe get some consensus. I wanna be adored but can't even make an entrance. I wanna play guitar but can't even string a sentence. My friends are all fakeness, negativity's infectious, and poverty's hereditary. Legalities protect us, keep the bailiff from the letterbox. Survival of the selfishness, health benefits mean NHS, sedatives for relatives. The older I get, the less likely I'll be dead. Wish I could send this in a memo to my teenage head. The older I get, the less likely I'll be dead. Wish I could send this in a memo to my teenage head. From my hectic and disaffected perspective, I was born to be suspected and never accepted, rarely selected. No check to be invented, brought up skeptical without the hint of incentives. Subjected to threats from the elders, may I mention, said they hated heroin, but these days they're all injected. Reckon fate were against us, and the teachers treacherous with psychopathic tendencies to authorise their energies. On reflection they were lecturing a system we're all measured with, hands tied like when they interrogate suspected terrorists. Roaming round tenements and benefits for cannabis. We'll sell you it, lend you it, self-medied and desperate, but there's light at the end of this desolate bitterness. Make it out the snake pit and elevate your eloquence. We head for us as end with the certain death wish. We yearn for some kiss bliss and someone we can get with. Odds are not in our fence, but as a consequence, we have fire in our bellies and bets to be heads. Could do anything you want with good luck or a friend. Some love, some guts, some thoughts are just a pen. When I say I mean you, everyone and no one. When I say us, I mean nothing, everything and so on. When I say was, I mean now. And how we take it forward, let's explore the awkward corner till we alter this disorder. There's a fondness in my heart, I am good at my core. At the root, there's a spirit, hoping to explore. In the pit of my gut, deep down, lurks a heart. I am never satisfied, but never short of a word. Blood, evenings corrupt, the club got so absurd. Bring a knife to a gunfight, follow the hub. Target practice at the cattle market, lonely in the crowd. Funny how the old me is young and probably proud. What would I give to be naive again? Not my ill-gotten gains. Pillow on my face and sleep off the shame. It's draining in the sewer, but then again my tales are truer. Never been surer than I'm realer than you are. A gap needing filled and it weakens my will. Breaking the reserves when I should be trying to build. 4 letters went AWOL. It's difficult to stay warm. Break bread with the enemies for crumbs off the table. We fuck each other over for relative comfort. Dead relics, lost scripture, thoughts are costs on the wallet. Written letters addressed to upset us. The way of the dodo, the predator's breakfast, robotic, mundane, monotonous routine. No longer humane, just a puppet on a string. Perpetuating a false identity, the cancer of the avatar. Celebrating Wednesday, seeking attention without soul searching. Look the other way and make an exception. The motorway sprawling, tarantula legs and a plethora of wires and a box unkempt. Road signs in the map lack any direction. Morphing into aliens, evading detection.
Make me love again. Make me love again. Make me love again. Make me love again.
A sad drama in clouds, nature weaving in droves, in buckets and spades, ignited in code, detonated in space. A chorus of verse, seeking escape. It's the salt of the earth, it's an iffy but what if silliness. Milling with the chilies, open wounds, stingy bits. All attempt at rent went south, became frivolous. Why is doing what my soul says so ridiculous? I would hazard the guess and cut my trip short. Trip the fuse right out and slip on all sorts. Life is going backwards, crawling in all fours. Advice is a vice, we should get out more. I'll pass on, passing wisdom, and most can be irrelevant, cause everyone is at different stages of development. We all have pros and cons, and these constant going-ons. Took a unique path, scuffle feet, let them down. Cast stones, nooks and crannies, exclusive views and topics. Fingerprints got us astonished, innocent until proven groggish. Microscopic whitewash, evidence demolished, an admission of guilt. Got the accused admonished, embellish confidence until you're proven and polished. A hellish paradise from every equinox to solstice. Security lamps means the stars are lessons from us. The hazards are now torches, cut your teeth or cut your losses. Born a Celtic fan and a Rangers man, province. Everyone's an expert, nobody's a novice. We give some men a uniform, a medal or a doctorate. 100 years on and they would be exhausted, trying to keep up with the rules, trends and causes. On the back foot, locked inside their box of knowledge. The keys to the mystery burnt out and we lost it. Outdated education and no benefit of logical hindsight. Decades of missing files hit you right from the blind side. Modern science forever proven. Less modern methods are foolish and useless. Are we arrogant to believe no new stuff? No experiments will work, no eureka moments. I believe we don't know everything and magic will return like coincidences. Somehow feel an internal yum that can manifest existence, serendipitous instances. Come from infinity and loop and repeat like the Simpsons does. A butterfly effect of thoughts falling like a domino, reaching into strongholds off a radar whereof I don't know. At least I admit it though. As I sit guiltily British, reeking of yet another label I don't even want to witness. They want to privatise my organs, rent out my kidneys. Good luck with that. Drink this fountain of youth. Adverts selling truth. Push yourself skywards. belongings have no real use. It scares you having baggage, there is cracks in the language, but we planned this madness and anguish. Another lost soul savage, swapping labour for another sandwich in a 3-star hotel, Wood and Gorvidale. The stars started following the wrong way. Astrology and astronomy went to court and got engaged. I'm now of a certain age. I'm set in my ways and I'm certain we get played. Now of a certain age, I'm set in my ways and I'm certain we get played.
Make me love again.
I have seeked answers in the sea and the dreams. Organised religion, inspirational memes. I would rather trust my gut than ignore it and be right wrong. Say academics, websites, skeptics, heads wired right wrong. Micromanaged baggage, hand feeding tiger salad. Rise above the bar and parrot or be banished to the sandpit. Catch drifts, take notes, dance with fellow lossos. Patch grudge, sack goals, just float above your plimsolls. Wibble wobble in the air like you're supposed to be there. Creep scribbles in a safe box, memory bought on cheap fare. They dwindle off peace, they pass off peak, get pissed. The past is not this, things probably missed. There is probable bliss on this wonderful earth, but if you don't look up, well, then the stars cannot fix. It's hard to practice what you preach when the stars seem out of reach. Wait a lifetime for the journey that was right in front of you. Why do slip-ups bother you? The flaws are part and parcel of all of you. Play where's Wally with your philosophy. Tall trees in the forest green. That's not envy, that is ivy leaves. The number one leaves Ivy Leagues, but Ivy never leaves a number one's heartbeat. It's sheet music for black sheep. Reading form guys thinking talk is cheap. 90s phone bills and rejection of peace. Anecdotes from a stranger till he asks if you'll buy 3. The thing you said in 03 still disturbs your night's sleep. Footprints in the pub, the path of least resistance. Till you dig a bit, it always seems to lack substance. A circumference of circumstance. Here stands a redundant working man, a long-suffering couple, locked in their bubble, both too scared to say the kids ain't worth the trouble. So they say to ladies in their 20s, when you're making babies, we are fucking bacteria and Mother Nature hates us, but I see beauty in the poison, a glimmer in the demon. No wonder this cursed life can summon up the semen. Some are too scared to leave them without a clone to be them, and everyone is peeking at answers, always fleeting. Where is logic, where is reason? Promised heaven, but here we are steaming. I am leaving, bailing and reeling with a reel to reel of spilling. I'm too real for the layman who downplay my achievements. Conscious streaming like the say spree. My say so is a ego. My halo is a faded odor made way for my ego. I sleep no now, attached to a cheap phone. At least I'm less prone. At least I'm less prone. Less accident prone. But it's all good now. R.I.P. to all the legends. It's Trap Hazard Advisor. It's the bee's knees. Life is okay. It's the bee's knees. It's Trap Hazard Advisor. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Trap Hazard Advisor.